Hi, Welsh Dragon Metals here, talking about the heavy metal lead today. So here we have lead. I'm wearing a mask and gloves in order to handle this, as it is quite hazardous. This stuff here is quite corroded, as you can see, as opposed to the newer, shinier bars that were poured more recently here. You can see it's silvery white in colour. When you cut it, inside it's sort of tiny bit blue when freshly cut and very shiny. This stuff is toxic on the outside. That's the oxide. I will be disposing of these gloves afterwards. I'm also wearing a mask, as the dust is what is mostly hazardous. The oxide that comes off this. These ones, as you can see, are very shiny and have very little oxide upon them, as opposed to those ones. You can see the difference. This one also has that tiny bit of blue there, because it's so fresh. These were poured quite recently. Here we have about 6 kilograms, quite a lot in weight. This stack is actually worth quite a bit. It's worth about £60, so lead is quite valuable. And these are not scrap either. They're all complete bars, as you can see, including weight and elemental designation, PB for lead. That's the symbol for lead. They're all quite nice. These are extremely heavy ones. These are nearly 1.5 kilograms. It's used in a lot of things, such as batteries, cable sheathing, pigments such as paints and such. It's also used in fishing weights and diving belts for sinking down deep underwater to counteract your buoyancy. So it is used quite often, and it would be used a lot more often if it wasn't for its toxic effects and we didn't have to worry about breathing in its dust, which is quite toxic, especially when it is corroded, as some of these bars are. So, lead, very, very heavy, very shiny, and it's used in a lot of different things, solder and alloys also. But mining is sort of lessening these days due to the fact that it is quite hazardous and requires special equipment in order to handle. So there's a little bit about lead. Also has a low melting point, around 327.5 degrees, and its boiling point, which should not be reached, otherwise it'll cause lead gas, which is extremely dangerous, at 1749 degrees or thereabouts, depending on how pure the lead is, and if it is 999 lead. This is in fact pure lead, we just haven't stamped it as such. You can see its purity from how shiny it is. It's almost silver in shininess. Camera has a hard time handling that. Well, a quick examination up close. It's actually a good investment metal, provided you have the right protection and you can manage to get hold of some of this, as it can be quite difficult to get hold of some lead these days. Good source of batteries and roofing material. Anyway, till next time, hope you learned something about lead.